Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. Let's go over today's lesson objective. So today we will multiply 3 and 4-digit numbers by 1-digit numbers. All right, so our problem that we're going to do today is 5 times 2,374, and we're actually going to do this two ways. The first way that we're going to be doing this with is going to be our box method or partial products, but first we're going to fill out something called 9 lines. Now, the great thing about 9 lines is this helps us figure out all of our work. So when we're actually multiplying our larger number, it makes it a little bit easier. So for the box method, we are going to list all of our multiples of 5. So if I have 5 times 1, that's going to give me 5. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 5 times 3 is 15. Then 5 times 4 is 20. Then I have 25, 30, 35, 40, and finally 45. So we've done our work to help us with multiplying by 5. So now let's go ahead and multiply our large number. So for the box method, I have this box over here, and I'm going to put down my single digit factor, which is 5 on this side. So I have 5. And I'm going to be multiplying this by 2,374. So I have 4 boxes for each of my digits. So I'm going to put down 2, 3, 7, 4. Now I'm going to go ahead and multiply 5 times 2. So if we look over here, 5 times 2 is 10. So I'm going to put down 10. Then I'm going to multiply 5 times 3, which is 15. Now I'm going to do 5 times 7. So I got to try and find 7, and that is 35. And then I'm going to do 5 times 4 again, which is 20. So we're not done yet. Now we made our partial products. Now we have to go ahead and add them all together. Now I have 10, but I have 10 thousands, which means I have 10,000. And I need to add that to my product of hundreds. So I had 5 times 3 hundreds, which gave me 1,500 hundreds, or 150. Oh, I'm sorry, 1,500 hundreds, which is 1,500. Now I have 3 times 7 tens, which is 35 tens, which gives me 35 tens, or 350. And then I have 5 times 4 ones, which gives me 20 ones. Now I can go ahead and add all of these together. And if I were to add all of my products together, that would give me 11,870. So 5 times 2,374 is 11,870. All right, now this was one way of solving it using the box method and partial products. Now let's go ahead and solve the same problem, 5 times 2,374, with a standard algorithm. Now we have our 9 lines up here again. We already did our math of our multiples of 5. So now let's go ahead and do the standard algorithm. Now when we have standard algorithm, we're going to go ahead and list out our numbers. So we have 2,374. And we're going to multiply that by 5. So I'm going to show you how we can do this by listing our partial products on the side. So if I have to start with 4 times 5. So I'm going to go ahead and do 4 times 5. That equals 20. So we have 20. Now I'm going to go ahead and do 5. Now I need to multiply 5 times 7 tens, which is going to be 70 times 5. So 5 times 7 tens gives us 35 tens, which, if we do that in standard form, is 35 tens. Okay? Now I'm going to go ahead and multiply 5 times 3 hundreds, which is going to be 300 times 5, which, if we see over here, 3 times 5 is 15. So 300 times 5 is 15 hundreds. And then last but not least, we're going to go ahead and multiply 5 times 2,000. So if I have 2,000 times 5, so if I have 2,000 times 5, that gives me 10,000. Or if I write that in standard algorithm, that is 10,000. All right, now we went ahead and found all of our partial products. We have to add everything together. So if we add all of this up, we don't have any ones. We have 7 tens, 8 hundreds, 1,000, and 1 10,000. So our product is 11,870. All right, now I want you to go ahead and press pause on the video right now and make sure this is in full screen, and you and your group go ahead and solve the problem 3 times 3,106. After you found your answer, go ahead and press play, and let's go over what the answer is. Okay, so the answer to this problem is 9,318. All right, if you got that question correct, great job. But if you didn't, that's okay. That just means we need to practice some more, and that is all part of learning. All right, everyone, let's go over our lesson objective for today. So today we multiplied 3 and 4-digit numbers by a 1-digit number. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this was a helpful lesson. I hope you learned a lot, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.